7, 8 times
in one day, right? Oh,
I've seen him go 4 times in a day.
That day
as just a normal day. Like that would be like me proving something to myself.
Yeah, man, it's good. That guy is nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Oh,
People also say that now. Like, I'm nice.
That's what I said. That's what I meant in that context.
Like that?
I meant that in that context.
Right.
Yeah.
What'd you start doing?
Dude, I'm getting down with the lingo, man. That's it. It's not gonna pass me by anymore.
Yeah.
I've made a thing. That's it. I'm gonna start picking up words that are in
Which black people do you follow, Yasin?
Oh, you don't even know.
Yeah, you follow a lot of black folks.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it is. Like you got to be in touch with somebody. That's
true, but it depends. It depends on which region you're following, right? There's there's different slang for different regions,
right?
And I gotta tell you, man, I don't like the slang in Toronto.
Sure, man. Tell me about it.
Like Utes.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah,
or a lie. Or man's not whatever. I don't like any of it. I don't like the Toronto one.
Do you think it's
I like the Brooklyn one. I'll tell you that.
Do you think it's the words themselves, or like people aren't using them well around you, and like that's rubbing the wrong way?
No, I think it's the words themselves.
The words themselves. Well, Utes is pretty.
Utes. Also, okay. So do you follow Six Buzz on Instagram? Okay.
I try not to.
Right.
Because some stuff on there, I'm like, man, I don't want to be exposed to this.
Also, but like other times, it's like, wow, the news that is quicker than getting it anywhere else.
It's true. That person's on point.
So I follow that, but then there's something else called, I think it's like Saga Six Buzz or Six Buzz Saga or something specifically for Mississauga.
Wow.
And that is it's just high school kids getting into fights.
Yeah.
And the whitest of white kids talking the blackest of black.
Right.
But it's not even that's horrible. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. One kid had a revolver.
Whoa.
And he's like, you got to pay my mans. and I think he dropped the N-word a couple of times. Like, what is happening? Why are you speaking that way?
When there's a white kid talking like a black kid, it is fascinating.
You can't.
It is like, what's he about to say? Because I want to hear it no matter what it is.
It's a train wreck. It's horrible.
I think it's kind of cool, man. We had those kids in our neighborhood, and they would have to be blacker than black kids, right? Just to like prove to everybody, like, hey, I'm with you.
Right, okay.
And those kids were screwed for life after they got out of that ghetto, right? Like, because they couldn't stop themselves. It's not like you relearn the English language.
No, man, you gotta. Okay, look, if you're gonna put yourself in that situation, you need to understand that there's two versions of you.
Yeah.
Right, and then that's it. Because I don't like it. Okay, on that side is like, no, this is the only person I know. This is my truth. Fuck that. Okay. Other when people are complaining
We're
about
talking about kids, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Or other people are saying that, I was a Muslim at home, but then when I went to high school, I had to be someone else. Where are you living?
Right.
It's because some of these people in my circles are talking about it, and they live in like Oakville and Mississauga and Brampton. You didn't have to be that different.
That's true. I've heard people talk about like living in like
relax.
Yeah, it's like, no, I think there's levels to this, and you're pretending.
Yeah, you are.
It's not that. What do you mean?
It's just grabbing on any type of like hardship so that you can say that this is something that you survived.
Yeah, I have noticed
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm sure things happen, but like,
I'm not saying life is easy. It's just not that hard.
Yeah, come on. Come on. No matter where you're in Mississauga, for God's sakes.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. You're like
good.
Yeah, your street lamp might have been broken or something, but don't pretend you're not in Mississauga,
I was in high school in 2003, and we had Friday prayers that was on the stage.
Wow.
Right? So like, we would have Friday prayers on the stage, and people a guy would do the khutbah, and he was legit khutbahs.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that much oppression.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that was in Applewood in a Frenchie school.
That scared me a bit. I was like, I don't know if I like this as a Muslim.
It is.
Yeah, that's insane. We had halal chicken at the Whole Foods one year, and people protested it outside.
Yeah, because they're scared.
Of chicken, right? What if this chicken... I don't even know how to finish.
I feel like it's just the scaredness of, Muslims are taking over.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is. It can't be anything else. Because it's like, I want more blood in my meat.
I think people, I don't even know how to justify that, right? Like...
No, they feel like
you're going to waste an evening protesting this? There's other things you can protest.
Right, which we would have a harder time for us to be able to like.
Exactly. There'd be other things that be like, yeah, you know what? That's an old thing. There's probably
don't do it
wisdom we don't
anymore.
know. I don't know.
There was a historic context
but
around it.
Chicken. You know chicken. You know chicken since, you were little.
We just wanted so that everyone has the chicken.
Yeah. Now you're like, oh, what if this chicken betrayed us because somebody said some words I don't know. They weren't English.
They didn't want terrorist chicken, apparently.
Well, it could happen. That'd be kind of cool. If you could eat chicken and then become a terrorist.
That would be a problem.
That'd be a problem, like mad cow, right? Like, you eat that meat and then now you have mad cow.
Yeah, but like, no one.
This is not a good premise, I'm aware, I know. But it is what it is.
Seat. Click. Yo.
Yo.
New song by Logic, which, by the way, I've been listening to Logic since he was like a kid.
Right.
Which then technically means since I was younger. Also. But, for him to go from there to getting a song, which is currently out. It's called Homicide, by the way. People check that shit out. It's amazing. Featured by Eminem. And Eminem comes correct every once in a while. I feel like Eminem sometimes is better when he's featured on someone else's song than doing his own stuff.
Because he's like showing off. He's like, I'm going to show you.
This will be an Eminem track featuring Logic by the time I'm done with it.
I'll flip this table.
But then there was a thing with, at the very end of it, there's sort of like an Easter egg for people who, I don't even know what type of, you'd have to be a comedy fan. You'd have to be a comedy fan for you to enjoy that particular thing. True. Or like, your meme game is strong.
Yeah, if you like Instagram way too much.
Yes. But I'm going to give some people, I'm gonna help some people out. Just because like they might have heard the song, maybe they did like you. They're like, all right, I got the gist of it. I'll listen to it again later. Maybe they didn't get the ending, so I'm gonna fill in the context now, and then when you go listen to the song, it's just gonna be amazing.
Okay.
So back in the day, right? Okay, so first of all, there's a stand-up comedian like Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia gives zero. Like he is one of the more freer guys. Have you seen once? He was just listening to a song with a violin, and he decided to stand in front of a camera, live feed in his boxers, mimicking the violin.
No, I haven't seen this. I'm also wondering, like, the picture that you painted I'm like, is this what you're trying to, like what I'm imagining? I'm like, is this what you're trying to describe?
Doesn't matter. This is going to be chaos. This is going to be straight up chaos. It's just that this guy is so free and it's so silly. His Instagram is so silly. It's really funny. Anyway, this dude loves Eminem and does a really good Eminem impression. So here we go. This is what I'm going to play it right now. Let me bring this volume down because that was significantly louder than I thought it was going to be. Bam.
While I'm lounging on Pinterest, fucking your mistress. I'm playing in a hand trick with Danica Patrick. I'm saying an accent. Nick Cannon's fantastic.
That sounds like Eminem, man. That sounds like Eminem ramping up.
The panting.
There's oxes and foxes. There's oxes and foxes. While I'm listening to the loxes. A whole bunch of boxes. Right in my garage with a bunch of large cars inside of the porch. A bunch of my cars in a large garage. Swerving in an emergency lane with cars from New Jersey.
I haven't seen this.
No,
I haven't seen this.
He has a couple. That might be one of his best.
I've seen him in the car. That's the one that was like 19 million views and stuff.
Yeah, he took that bit and really developed it over the course of multiple small little clips.
Well, man,
it's fantastic.
I don't think he realized how good. Once he did it once, he's like, "Oh, I'm good at this. This is fun." He's like, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get dressed." Because I think the one in the car is the first one.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got so many outlets.
Have you not seen that one?
I know. I think I've seen it. I just don't. I don't
That's
remember
the one they
what
played on the Rogan podcast and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the first one, and then it got picked up by like Black Twitter.
Yeah. What's when it hits Black Twitter?
That's it. I don't even know what that means. But.
You've never been. You don't follow Black Twitter accounts?
No.
Just type in. If you just want to dip your toes into it.
I've been in a lot of World Star stuff, and I've done a lot of Instagram. I don't know if there's Black Instagram, but I'll follow some rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Black Twitter, I don't know what that is. Plus, I ain't reading shit. Also, I don't care that much about hip hop beef at all. It is normally the silliest thing to me. Always.
Hip hop beef has nothing to do with Black Twitter.
sometimes it's everything to do with Black Twitter.
No,
when Cardi
man,
B
it's
and
all
Minaj
funny.
was going off, I visited Black Twitter just for a second. I was like,
okay.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, but
and wash myself.
That's
Yeah.
that's the entertainment factor. They're
true.
commentating on
It's
like
true.
that type of
and I
thing.
enjoyed it. I did go for exactly that, and it was beautiful because
Yeah.
like Cardi had that bump and stuff. People were talking about all sorts
Bump?
of stuff. She got bumped in the head by Nicki Minaj's
Shoe.
bodyguard, dude. She had
Oh.
a huge bump.
Oh, okay.
It was like, damn, somebody hit Cardi B in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to choose a team, I'm fan Cardi B. I'm team
I
Cardi
think
B.
so. Yeah, I like to think so. I guess
Cardi
if I
B.
had to choose from those two ladies,
All right. Does the fact that she admitted to drugging dudes and then robbing them
right?
have any sway in what team you choose now?
Jeez, I don't know. I don't know how that makes me feel. Is that weird? I don't know how that makes me feel. I'm not for or against it. I'm like, you know what? I don't know.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are obviously they're putting themselves out there. These are shitty men in most ways.
Wait, I mean, do you think?
But
they're
it's not
shitty
right
men?
to. It's not. Well, yeah. I mean,
They're Johns, right? They
yeah. I
thought
guess
they
it's
were
just a normal prostitution situation. Yeah,
Or-
they don't deserve to what.
or
Yeah.
they might have fallen in love with the stripper.
I don't know if that really happens.
Dude, there was a song about it.
I know, but there's a lot of songs about a lot of things, man.
All I'm saying is that it might be lonely men
Yeah.
that go to a strip club,
Right.
and then they fall in love with the angel that they see
Right.
in their head, and then they get an opportunity to sleep with them. Why not? Why wouldn't they take
And they
that
wake up
opportunity?
later.
I feel like
I've changed my opinion. You shouldn't drug people and rob them.
shouldn't drug and rob them.
Yeah, if they're gonna pay you for sex, you should probably have sex with them
Yeah,
and take their money. See, I'm not right on either side. I just feel like this is still. I'm like, well, you shouldn't do that either.
you shouldn't do that either.
I mean, if you have to do that, other than drugging them, though.
Yes.
That's what I think.
okay.
Thanks.
Oh boy.
I've come to a conclusion on this scenario.
Crazy people were comparing this to Bill Cosby.
I can see the ingredients, the similarities. Like, yeah, this has some of this salt, and this has some of this salt.
I feel
These are very different situations.
Super
people.
different, yeah.
Like that's obviously these are you can't compare these
No.
two situations.
no, it's different.
She's stealing their money.
Yes.
What's the big deal? Yeah, those guys are gonna give it up for sex anyways.
Yeah. They just gave up a little bit
Here,
more.
this is who the victim is. The guy didn't have to get to have sex. Boo-hoo! Right?
It's good.
He
Yeah.
just took a nap.
That's
probably
true.
needed a nap.
Yeah,
It's probably better for
it
him.
might have been the best sleep he had in a
I
while.
learned a lesson.
There you go.
Don't drink funny things.
That's it.
Bill Cosby, monster. I can't even see the
Okay,
similarities.
it's not even close.
Well, people have a hard time comparing things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just people waiting for something to happen so that they can say, "See, if this was reversed, blah blah blah."
Dude.
People are so butthurt; they're just waiting.
Yeah, man. People are just waiting. And it's happened around me. My sister and I got into an argument once about something political.
Okay.
And she got so mad so quickly. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. I'm your brother. Remember me? But she would like, this is a big, if something gun related. In Texas, they've got a lot of gun issues, like even around their area.
Yeah, they got some
which
gun
is
issues.
quite nice.
Right.
So I was like, oh, there's a lot more baggage here that I wasn't understanding. So, but I was like, hey, man, can we just talk? Are you going to hit me? But
I mean,
it's all
she has, right? She has a track record.
She's hit the shit out of me, man. Yeah, she's got long limbs. And when you're 3 years younger, you're so much smaller, right?
So much smaller.
At that certain age.
Also, you didn't hit back because she was your older sister.
Oh, I hit her, but I just couldn't get her. Like, it was hard to.
She was out of range. He was like,
Yeah,
she's like fighting Anderson Silva.
Yeah, she's out of range, dude. And she'd like give you like up kicks and hit you right in the
Damn.
mouth and shit.
Wildly.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know where that anger came from, really. Because it's just like,
It's from that fear of birds.
I don't know, man. People get angry about. I used to get angry when I was a kid if you tried to force feed me, like eat this, like no. I don't know why.
How do you feel about when you go to like a family's place and then you've had your fill of food,
Right.
And then an auntie
Yeah.
is like, "No, have more," and they keep pushing the thing.
And
How
they'll
do you
say
feel
it-
about that?
And they'll say it in this way: "Oh, what's wrong with the biryani?"
Yeah.
Like, cause that's what it means when I'm full.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you deal with that? And what's your
Yeah.
thoughts around that? I want to know because Yeah.
I first off, I always try to make it a joke, right?
yes, of course you do.
And sometimes I will say, "No, I'm full," and I'll mean it. Because, like, I don't like being guilted into anything.
Right.
I have a very specific problem with people guilting me into situations.
Yep.
And I hate it when aunties do it specifically around food.
Yes.
It's very annoying.
It
I
is.
tried it all. It was good.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Right.
Isn't it normal? Isn't this when you should eat? Your kid is like 20 pounds over what he should be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, I'm the same thing. I don't
it's
like people
normally
forcing
like
food.
that.
I understand that there's some aspect of the fact that like I love you. So the way how I'm going to show it
Right.
is by feeding you
100%.
and or force feeding you.
Right.
But my problem is I never liked it. I never liked the fact that when people are like, no, you should eat some more or whatever. Like, woman, trust me, I will open your fridge and
How
I'll eat.
dare you, Yasin?
I will eat your food if I'm hungry. Like it's not shame that's stopping me from
No.
eating more.
You know what it is? It's because they grew up in a time
Right.
that there wasn't a lot of food, right? Back in there, wherever,
And
right?
so they wouldn't eat so that their younger brother
yeah,
could
it's just
eat.
like, hey, we don't have a lot of food. This is the only way I can give somebody love is food.
Yeah.
And the thing now is that there's plenty of food.
Plenty of food. It's
Nobody,
too much food.
I don't feel loved when somebody,
No.
is trying to
Feel
give
slightly
me
hated.
diabetes or something. Like, oh, eat this halva. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm set, man.
Yeah. Sometimes we have family over and they have kids,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes my dad would be like, "No, you should eat some more, whatever."
Yeah.
And I always got to be like, "Don't worry,
Right.
the
I
guy's
know.
gonna eat. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It is what it is."
I did that with my dad, and as we were leaving, he's like, "Hey, don't ever do that again." And that literally happened, and I said, "Fair enough." I was like, I can't tell my 70-year-old dad not to do anything.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Right,
Even
right.
though I can be like, Papa, it's, the social norms have, he's like, hey, you don't tell me what I didn't do it in front of everybody. I
Right,
did it
right,
later,
right.
like, hey, people, you shouldn't. And he was like, hey, you're not telling me what to do. I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
You've lived a life.
Right,
You can do whatever the
You
heck
do what you want to
do.
do. Do what you want to do. I just remember being that kid,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you're gonna eat, you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
If you don't want to eat, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't push it down on these kids.
Yeah, just let them develop whatever awful habits they're going to do on their own. I was at Iqbal Foods this morning. You ever been to Iqbal Foods, man?
No,
It's on Erin Mills,
Okay.
just north of Burnham Thorpe.
I'm assuming it's some sort of halal meat supermarket thing.
It's a supermarket the size of, I would say, like maybe a quarter of a Walmart. Still very
Holy
big.
shit, that's huge.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean legitimately like quarter of a normal Walmart. And they see everything
Mm-hmm.
and way too many people working there in the best way, meaning everything is zoned properly.
Mm.
This is the weirdest thing. You'll be walking and one of the workers will say, "Good morning." And just
Brown
keep walking.
person, stop.
Yeah.
Brown person.
Dude, this morning, black person.
Black person.
Yeah. Even the same as impressive.
No, I think it's more impressive if brown people are saying good morning.
Dude, no, they're the nicest. And the prices are super low. And they're so low that a fight broke out in the meat section because an uncle was waiting for there's also like 25 people at any given time trying to get meat.
Okay.
And an uncle was trying to get meat, and before his number came up, the piece of meat he was looking like really eyeing.
Oh, okay.
Not that there isn't any more meat. There's plenty of meat.
But he wanted that meat.
He wanted that meat.
Yes.
It went.
It went.
And he snapped.
Right.
And he started yelling so much that they had to get the intercom, and they were like, "This uncle and this uncle and this uncle to the meat section, please." And you can see these three uncles like leave and go there.
Okay.
And he was
Well,
like,
what are they calling these uncles? What uncles are they
because
calling
this
it?
guy was so belligerent.
Yeah,
just
but who they're calling?
like three of the biggest uncles they had.
okay.
Like older uncles that could like probably calm this guy down.
Right.
And it was a sight to be seen. And we should go to Iqbal Foods.
Okay.
We have to.
All right, let's do it.
Dude, brown...
It's like one of the Serengeti.
Something like that. Something like that. But the prices are ridiculous. But also, like, it's cool to have, like, a brown place that's
We
that
are not
legit.
sponsored by Iqbal Foods, by the way.
We will be. As I was leaving, I'm like, I'm going to talk to the owner of this place. I want to support them if I can.
Okay.
It's just a well-run brown place. You almost never get that.
You never get that.
You never get
Not
that.
at all.
No.
Right? I remember once my parents sent me out to go purchase curcumin.
Sorry. Keep going.
But you can't go to a brown store and ask for curcumin.
That's so funny.
Like,
I've had that too.
They're not going to be able to tell you what that is. They don't know what that is.
They have no idea what that meant. And like you can't even break it down from they're like, what is it? And you're like, Kurt Q Men. And they're like,
Which later found out that it's called haldi.
Yeah, of course it's called haldi.
Yeah. That's a struggle, man.
That's a hard one. It
You know,
doesn't even sound like haldi.
There's no other feeling of outsider that you feel as a brown person in a brown store, not being able to tell them what food you want to buy.
Totally, dude.
That is a chasm that I rarely cross, but when I get there, I'm like, whew, shit, this one is tough.
That must be tough. How do you feel when you like brown people start talking to you in Urdu and then you have to tell them you don't speak Urdu?
Okay.
'Cause that must happen
A lot.
all the time.
Yeah, when I was shooting weddings, it was like every wedding that would happen. You know, if the interaction went as such, they spoke Urdu to me presumptuously. I said, "I'm sorry, auntie, I don't speak Urdu." If it stopped it there and they went like, "Oh, no problem, beta," and then they start talking to me in English,
Right.
That's fine. But I can. But what they give you after you tell them that,
Yeah.
is deep disappointment in their
Right.
face.
Yeah.
In that it's like
Like you were raised wrong.
yes, exactly. I was
Your
raised
parents
when
didn't care about you. Okay.
right? Or you know, I let down the brown people.
Right.
You know, I'm a race. What is it called?
Traitor?
Race traitor.
Okay.
You know, I think it was another word I was looking for.
Baiter?
Nope. But nonetheless, but the thing is that it's just something like
A coconut.
yeah, and then now I gotta fight off the urge to be like, no, you don't understand. My parents came from Mauritius, so
Right.
I know how to speak Urdu, so I can talk to my elders. I just can't talk to your old ass.
Okay. How about this? First off, totally on board with your rage. But let's see how we can flip this, right? Because this will happen again.
Fair?
What if they said something to you in Urdu
Yeah.
and then you said something in French? You know? And I don't mean 2 words. I mean like a couple of sentences. For them to try to get it. And then they're like, what? And you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Urdu. And I think that then the look on their face would be completely different than disappointment.
That's fair. It will just be confusion.
Yeah.
I got a better one.
Okay.
I got a couple sentences that I know in Urdu solely because, you know, a past friend of mine back in the day when I was in high school.
I like that it's like, no, we're no longer friends though.
We definitely are.
Okay.
But his mom used to, you know, speak Urdu to him. But I was there so much that I would pick up some words.
Right.
Right? Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Oh, you got to check the time. All right. So what I was thinking is that I would just throw out some sentences just randomly.
Right.
Kya haal hai?
Yeah.
Right? Meri baat sune.
Oh, okay.
Jaldi karo. There we go. I just throw out these 3 and just keep walking.
Yeah.
And that's it. That would be more confusing because
Right.
they spoke Urdu to me. I technically spoke Urdu back.
Man, you know what you should have is a phrase that you can memorize
Yeah.
that would be funny. Well, those things actually have a meaning, right? Like
Yeah.
these are like, hey, you know, let's go and shit.
Yeah. And listen to me.
But like, what is a phrase you would say to somebody,
Yeah.
no matter what they said in Urdu, and it would give them something to think about, you know? Like maybe a haiku or something, right?
Something like really, really deep.
Yeah, just something like the
Stare
bird.
off into the distance and say
Yeah.
something.
The tree doesn't want to be the bird, you know? Like something like that. And then late when they say what, and you're like, I don't speak Urdu, and they're like, oh my God, was this like a divination moment? Like, you know?
Right. Yeah. I am just the oracle. Things go through me.
Yeah, just only deep things that the universe wants to say through me come through sometimes in another language. That'd be pretty cool.
All right. Well, people are listening to the podcast, so they can send us a message. Let us know what sentence I should say in response to these aunties.
I think it's a good idea, guys. Send Yasin some help. There must be something interesting you can say.
I got every once in a while I caught a Mauritian speaking Urdu. Oh, no, every once in a while it seems like it's happened multiple times. It happened like 2 times that I can remember, but one of them is just talking some shit about me.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was at ISNA, and I was a volunteer. This is back in the day when I was a kid. We were doing some Minna stuff,
Right.
and it was an iftar. And I had spiky hair back then.
Right.
And I had spiky hair back then when like people were like, you should part your hair. Mm-hmm. Right. You know?
Right.
And so this mom was talking to her daughters.
Yeah.
Commenting on my hair.
All right.
In Creole.
Oh, what'd she say?
I don't know. Something along the lines of his hair is not good that way. He shouldn't come to the mosque that way or something like that.
You know what? I can see your point. Because like if it's like, you know, week 1 of cornrows, don't come to the mosque with cornrows. You know?
I'm gonna be the trailblazer.
I know, I get it.
It is what it is.
But also, like, that's how kids don't come to the mosque because they have cool hair. So, like, let the kids come in with the cool hair.
They gotta.
Right.
But yeah, I forgot what I said, but they were really stunned when I spoke real right to them.
Did you only say it in your head, but you just kept walking away, or did you actually say something? Because I would have just walked away because I don't know.
No, I said something. I was holding like a tray of like
you
samosas.
shocked them?
Yeah, I felt like I did. But you know,
Nice.
this is like high school me. So I'm pretty sure I've embellished it to some degree.
Right, I'm sure.
By the time it came over here, it was like nothing. It was just an innocuous thing.
Yeah.
But it felt kind of good.
I'm sure it did, man.
Yeah.
I don't have that in me. I'd love it if something like I spoke a language and secretly I heard somebody talking about me, and
Right.
I'd be like, pendejo, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. French doesn't happen too often because most of the time if I hear people speaking French around me and like I want to make a conversation because you know I like talking to people randomly.
Yeah.
So just speaking French and then
You
they'll
ever,
be like, oh,
you ever
they'll be
play the
happy.
long game? Like, not say that you speak French
Wow.
and just like give it a year, you know? That'd be cool if you know somebody speaks French or if a group.
Okay.
Don't say nothing for a while. Like, give it a little bit of time. See what happens.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That type of thing never really works out. You know, because like if this is a white person, no offense to any white people.
Yeah.
But if you become friends with a white person,
Right.
generally speaking, the question of what is your background will eventually come up
Right.
within like soon. Maybe not the first interaction, but within like 3 or 4, it's gonna come up.
Right.
And so then you're gonna have to
Makes
then I
sense.
have to go do the song and dance. Oh, I come from Mauritius. Where's Mauritius? All right, east of Madagascar.
Yeah.
It's a dot on the thing at the
You're,
Indian
yeah,
Ocean.
you're probably so used to that
Yeah.
because, like, I didn't know. I had to look it up.
What, Mauritius?
Yeah. of
You had to
course.
look it up. You didn't.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. I did not give you a good spiel. I feel like my spiel's gotten better now.
Oh no, I had to like look it up once I met you, but before that, I didn't know where Mauritius was or if Mauritius was anything.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
I had never heard of Mauritius.
it's funny. I'm pretty sure I said I came from Mauritius to Farah, and Farah was like, "Yeah, I want to go there one day."
Yeah, of course. She probably has an Excel sheet on all the temples she wants to go to. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. She knows everything about
Yeah,
it.
she's like, yeah, sugarcane. We're gonna get and this is the. Farah knows all that stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, speaking of Ramadan and fasting,
Were we?
I said I was doing a volunteer thing for an iftar.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Sorry.
Ramadan starts in 1 day.
One day, man.
1 day. That being said, I am looking forward to losing a little bit of weight. Trying to eat a little bit healthy.
You're so funny, man.
Hey man, this is what you got to do. I got to look for like the silver lining.
So
to
you
this.
lose weight in Ramadan?
Yeah, I'll lose like 3 or 4 pounds, but I want to see if I can
Interesting.
bring that further down the road. It's just a matter of eating healthy, and the problem is that after you
Just
do
like normal times.
exactly,
Really?
it really, that's all it is. The problem is that when you do like 16, how many hours have we got?
Oh, dude, it's
It's longer than
yeah.
16.
It starts at Maghrib is at 8:29, like
Yeah.
day one, and by the end of it, it's 8:59. Mm-hmm. So like it's gonna get longer. It'll basically 9 o'clock by the end of it.
Yeah, long days. But the problem is, in the morning you're like, listen, I had a good breakfast.
Yeah.
Clean, no problem. By the time you come back from work, 6 or 7 o'clock, you're already plotting. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a burrito, and I'm gonna order a pizza on top of that.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, like, you know what? I was just thinking about earlier today. Wait, hold on. Let's see what time you got. All right, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Oh man, well, you gotta get a haircut. You gotta look.
Yeah.
You gotta look good.
The owner of my company is coming in from Singapore this week, and I have a meeting with him.
Okay, so that's why you're trying to tighten up the game.
Oh no, my hair's like shit, right? It's time for a haircut. It's just long now. But the owner of my company, like my company has 4 global locations. This guy employs like over 1,000 people.
Right.
He has a 1-person meeting with me for an hour.
Okay.
So I shouldn't look like I might steal chickens for sustenance, is what I think. So yeah,
You barely have a beard. If you had a beard, it'd be a.
that's not that. Yeah, I know, but like my hair is it gets crazy sometimes. Anyways,
All right. Last thing.
yes.
For the people who want to know, how come you never grow a beard?
It feels very irritating as it grows out. It gets irritating to my face,
Right. Yes.
and I've did a summer with a beard once. Just did a month without shaving, and it was just bothering the crap out of my face.
Oh boy.
And I hate shaving. I would like to just grow a beard out,
Right.
but it bothers me. Like it doesn't feel good. It feels like it's itchy. I tried like lotions and stuff. I just don't like having facial hair.
Well,
Also, who wants to hide this jawline?
Damn, bro.
All right, people. On that note,
we'll be back in a week. Thank you for tuning in the podcast. We love you all. Happy fasting for those. Ramadan Mubarak, who's starting or who's fasting. Good luck. It's going to be toughy, but hopefully a good one. All right, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.